75 laps against a 16-minute clock. The finish of heat race 1 inverted to the start of heat race 2. The average of your finish in the 2 heats is where you line up for our 75-lap main.
And this start's going to be interesting. These guys got like 10 laps of practice. That's what they're working on. They resurfaced the track since then. They tilted it up, they watered it, put it back down. It's a different track than what they practiced on. So they're going to be figuring this out on the fly with all these cars around.
Green flag, we're racing at Eldora.
You see Caps up front. See, he can turn left pretty good. Look at him get through turn 1 with a pretty good exit. Looks like Bobby Labonte's going to try to get to his outside.
Caps in the golden yellow machine, Labonte in white. Digging down the bottom in that black colored machine is Tony Stewart.
Tony was really fast in practice. Look how Tony's able to pitch the car earlier into the corner and really carry that momentum the first third of the corner. That's where he was making the speed in practice.
Stewart down low, Labonte up high, Caps sliding it sideways through the corner, Smoke to second spot.
And that's where you can see it. See, he was able to drive down the racetrack with all that angle on the gas. He's on the throttle through all that, and that's what's making him so fast.
Correct something I said earlier, the time clock for this heat race is 14 minutes. Little adjustment this week to the different size and shape and surface track we're running here. I feel great, Shane.
You got to be impressed with what Ron Capps is doing. He's got
love it.
One of the best dirt racers ever behind him. And he hasn't done this in 11 years. And Tony's not catching him.
Ron Capps, 3-time NHRA Funny Car champion, including the last 2 straight years. When they got ready to go run their practice laps today, and they only got 10 laps of practice, whoa, here comes smoke. Ron was nervous. He was nervous. But just the fact that he had the guts to come out here and put himself out there and do this and give it a try, all props to him.
Oh, you know, all his buddies in the NHRA are like, come on, buddy, you're doing it. It's so cool to see this.
Stewart low, Caps high. Got our heart rates put in. We have heart rate monitors. Look at Ron.
Pretty calm.
Cool as could be. That's only Tony Stewart trying to pass me on a dirt track.
These guys don't have spotters. They have a mirror. They can't see a whole bunch, though. But I'm sure he's looked up every now and again and saw that black car behind him.
Labonte still third, Brad Keselowski fourth. Then you've got Ryan Newman in fifth, Ken Schrader in sixth.
Here comes the move into 1. Tony's going to send her in there. Can't quite. Ron holding the outside.
How much fun is that? Look at the white gloved hands on Stewart's steering wheel. There's your slide job.
He pulls the slider. Ron's trying to pull it back. You see how he straightens it out? That's just Ron trying to get used to driving this thing a little bit. And he's out there trying to race against the best.
Of course, Tony Stewart owns this speedway. Tony Stewart has won 3 of the 4 races the SRX series has run on dirt tracks. He's pretty good at it.
He's pretty good. He's a lot of places we talk about a driver that owns that track because he's really good at it. No, Tony Stewart actually owns the track.
Yeah. in all the meanings of the sense. Here's Ken Schrader and Ryan Newman now. Schrader 52, Newman 39, and Austin Dillon coming into the picture. That red 33 machine. Dillon, the former Daytona 500 winner, joining SRX for the first time tonight.
Austin Dillon, another accomplished dirt track racer, runs a lot of late models. That's his background and how he started. So this is kind of coming back to his roots for him. Although we say how much is to his roots, a dirt late model and an SRX car couldn't be more different. And there you see a lot of overheating there. See the water coming out of that pink car back there. It's overheating. It's water coming out of the radiator. The grill is clogged full of mud. It's not getting any air.
And that's not a good thing. And that's trouble. Oh, 2 cars, 3 cars, 4 cars. Oh my goodness.
Sliding in.
Massive accident in turn 3. That's almost half the field.
And that's going to be that's a lot of carnage, and some of those cars are not fixable. And we were talking about Austin Dillon overheating there. You got to wonder, did it blow up? Did something happen?
Went straight, yeah.
Because he went straight going into that corner.
So the red flag out in our first heat race there. Austin dropping the window net. Here's another look. As
look there, you see all that smoke. It blew up, guys, and probably oil on his tires. And then everyone behind him, listen, cars don't stop on dirt like they do on asphalt. Look at the 4 tires sliding there as Matt Kenseth goes in there. He looks like he's going to be okay. You can't stop on the dirt very quick, especially with a lot of these guys with so much rear brake in it to try to help them turn in the corner.
So Austin Dillon, all the way down at the start-finish line is where his car has finally come to rest. The others, Tony Kanaan, Chase Briscoe, Haley Deegan, Marco Andretti, Matt Kenseth, all involved in that big incident that started up in turn number 3. So we're under the red flag. A little less than halfway through our opening heat race at Eldora, and it's been a tough night already for the mechanics.
Camping World is the world's largest RV dealer with more than 1 million RVs sold. And now at over 200 locations strong. We're making RVing more fun and more affordable than ever. Whether you are looking for a travel trailer, fifth wheel, or motorhome, we have new RVs starting at less than $5 a day. And we have the largest selection of quality pre-owned RVs anywhere, with an RV for every lifestyle and a payment for every budget. It's easy to see why Camping World has sold over 1 million RVs. Call, click, or come into your local Camping World today.
From the mountains to the fruited plains and flooded timber. This is hunting country. This is our country. Time to get ready for the season during the Fall Hunting Classic at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Save on great gear with our low price guarantee. And for a limited time, special inflation buster pricing on select tracker offloads. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, voted America's best outdoor retailer.
Tell me, what do they taste like? I'm just a mascot without a mouth.
Chocolatey, crunchy goodness.
Oh, now eat this next one real slow. Slower. Oh, the H smells good.
These days, it seems like everything is vying for your attention. There are tons of trending dances to discover on social media, and there's even this. The easiest way to book an exam at America's Best. Get 2 pairs and a free exam for $79.95. Book your exam today.
The grass is greener. The stakes are higher. The pressure has been building for months. Golf is sending its best forward. The finest pros swinging for glory. Playing for the PGA Tour's ultimate prize.
McIlroy wins the FedEx Cup.
The FedEx Cup playoffs on ESPN+.
Thursday Night Thunder is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here.
Eldora Speedway in the northwest part of Ohio. We're surrounded by farm communities. Stark County's total population, the county, about 50,000 people, not much larger than the biggest crowds that fill this speedway for some of its major events. You know, Ohio Route 118 that runs through a lot of these communities by the speedway, named for the iconic Earl Baltus, after Tony Stewart bought this place from him some years ago. Well, we've certainly had a difficult start to our Camping World SRX Series heat race number 1 tonight at Eldora Speedway after an apparent problem on Austin Dillon's car triggered a multi-car accident in turn number 3 and has left us under the red flag. That's the damage to Marco Andretti's car. There's Haley Deegan's machine. There's the list of those who were caught up in it. And Matt Yoakum is down there with some of the drivers that are getting out of their cars.
Austin Dillon has walked up, and so walk us through, is it a blown engine or overheated?
I'm not sure. All I know is it went up in smoke going into 3, and I'm guessing there's water all over it, so I don't know if the radiator hose came loose because it'll crank right now. Throttle's hung wide open, that's why I had to shut it off, but it's just full water lock right there, so I had nothing going into the wall. Just couldn't slow down. I think that's why everybody slid in it, because that's all water out from underneath the car. Pretty good lick. But hopefully they have another car. I think the right side's pretty killed.
All right, we're going to walk across to next door here and catch up with Marco Andretti. Or actually, Nicole's got Marco. Go ahead.
Asking what happened, because from his perspective, you were behind it all. So what did you actually see? It looked like something broke, like somebody went straight. And so I immediately checked up, but I mean, it was like ice, you know, and I didn't know where to go, and I picked the middle, and then the middle closed up.
So for those of us who don't understand the difference between racing on pavement and racing on dirt, when this happens on dirt, how different is it, and how much more difficult is it to actually come to a stop?
Yeah, I think you just saw there. I mean, we just took half the field out. So I mean, I was on the brakes immediately. Like right when I saw him go high, I was already checked up. But I mean, I hit him with a ton of steam. That's what happens when we're back there. As soon as I'm conservative, I get eaten up in this series, so I got to be more aggressive.
Go ahead, clean your helmet off. You got a lot of dirt on it. Matt?
Well, Nicole, we're over here at the 57 car with Chase Briscoe. He's talking with Choney Uri Jr., his crew chief for this event. So, Chase, looking at everything that happened, they're working on the right front of your car, possible suspension damage. Are they going to be able to get you back out?
I don't think so in this heat. There's quite a bit of damage. I hit pretty hard, so yeah, I don't know. I think there's only one backup car, so they're going to try to fix this one as best they can. Just unfortunate. I don't know if he blew a radiator or what happened. It was like we were on ice all of a sudden, so it's kind of nowhere to go, kind of part of it. Yeah, having a lot of fun. Just wish I could get back out there.
All right, well, the SRX mechanics are working on that right front, trying to see if they can get that suspension damage replaced in time, but we're running against the clock here. Haley Deegan, she's running around the front here as well. We'll catch up with her.
All right, Matt. Well, the remaining cars in heat race number 1 have been sent back onto the racetrack. The red has been withdrawn. We're back under the yellow flag, and the crew will do its best to scramble on down some of the backup cars and see what can be fixed and what might have to be replaced entirely for the second heat.
Well, you heard it from a couple of the drivers right there. Pretty good hits.
Yeah.
Austin's hit was pretty hard into the outside wall. Chase Briscoe's hit, when he slid in there to hit, he got there in the left front as well, was a big hit. So I'd be amazed if either one of those cars get back out there. So hopefully there's enough backup cars that can go out there and let them have some more fun.
Updates when possible from pit road. First, the pace truck, Ford pace truck driven by Randy Vijoy, is headed for pit lane, and we're going to go for a restart. Tony Stewart has chosen the outside lane. Bobby Labonte will be inside of him as the green flag waves.
You say, well, what happened to Ron Capps? This would be the question on that. He chose the outside lane behind Tony and did not get a good start on that restart there as it kind of got swallowed up by the field.
Not for long. He's coming back to the outside of Brad Keselowski and trying to see if he can get back to third as Stewart motors away. Labonte runs second.
You know, he slides you up. Oh, Brad straightened out up in there and into the cushion there a little bit.
Now Ryan Newman outside of Capps. Look at Newman's going to back off and try and set the bottom. Capps came down the bottom. Back, that's Schrader in the blue car on the outside, Newman on the bottom in the South Point machine. And Matt Kenseth behind them.
And these guys know this heat race is about over. You see there in the bottom left screen, 53 seconds. We're coming to the time limit of this race instead of the lap limit.
Love watching guys try different things. You get guys trying the bottom to keep the car really straight, which costs you RPMs. You got guys up the top with the engine all wound up. There's Capps with a slide job.
You see, Brad kind of let it happen there. He said, hang on a second. I didn't take care of this car a little bit, so you kind of let him slide up into that cushion there. And you see all these guys, really, a lot of them are trying to run the top, but we saw him run the bottom before that pass, and he was running pretty well.
So Tony Stewart's going to get the white flag. Last lap of heat race number 1. Labonte second, Capps third, Schrader and Keselowski race for fourth. And Tony Stewart has served notice that he'll be hard to handle in the main event.
Yeah, you want to say fast. That was like, what, 6 or 7 laps? And he's put a straightaway on Bobby Labonte.
So checkered flag, heat race number 1 to Tony Stewart. Labonte second, Capps third, Schrader fourth, Keselowski fifth.